Hello and welcome back to the Private Label Masters YouTube channel. My name's Tim. If this is your first time at the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that notification bell, maybe even the like, maybe even leave a comment. What we talk about here is selling your own physical product brands that you get from either overseas or here in the States and sell on Amazon.com. If you're interested in that, check out the rest of the videos. I know there's a ton of content in there that you're gonna love. I only bring videos that have good content. You're not gonna have to waste your time seeing 500 of the same video with a different title. Not on this channel, not ever, okay? So the topic of this video, Keepa. We're keeping it real with Keepa. Now recently, Keepa started charging for their tool. And for all of you who are brand new to selling on Amazon, what Keepa is, it's a product research tool that really gives us the inside scoop on the history of a product that we're looking at selling. Now, it has always been free and we've become very spoiled. In fact, looking at the Keepa chart is something I look at every single time I look at a product. And perhaps if you've been selling on Amazon for a while, you know what I'm talking about. Well, the question comes up now that Keepa is starting to charge. One, are there any Keepa alternatives? And two, should we pay for Keepa? Now, before we talk about that, I wanna talk about a few other things. First off, let's look at the sales. Let me get out my phone and let's see if we can pull up some sales. All right, let's zoom in here. Here we are. And let's refresh. There we go. So it's going pretty well this month of February. Now, back to what we were talking about. So sales are good, and I'm pretty pumped about that. You know, in 2017, my top selling month, which was in Q4, I did around 770,000. And now here it is, 2019, and it's like middle of February, and I'm doing almost the same amount as I was a year and a half ago, okay? And remember, I've only been doing this not even for 3 years. April will be 3 years, and I'm able to hit these kind of numbers, so I'm really excited about that. Now, the couple things I want to talk about is first, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I have a training program, and it used to be open enrollment. You'd go to www.privatelabelmasters.com, and you could just enroll in my training. Well, if you've been staying up to date with the site, you know that recently, I've changed it around. And that is because it's no longer open enrollment to get into the Private Label Masters training program. In fact, we now vet every single applicant because I only want to work with students who are really committed to making a go of this whole private label game. Now, if you're interested in seeing if you qualify, you can go on the website, watch the value video on there. Now, after watching that video, if it looks like you think you would be a good applicant, make sure to book a call, fill out the survey in depth, all right? We have quite a few applications that come in and we're being very specific with who we accept into the program nowadays. And if your survey and your application looks good, we're gonna set up a phone call with you, we'll get on the phone, and we'll see if we are a good fit, all right? Now, before you jump onto that, remember, the Private Label Masters training course is not like the rest of these other courses you're gonna see online. And for a few things, you're not gonna find any other person teaching how to sell on Amazon who, like myself, has 0 partners, all right? I have no partners. I have 1 employee and a couple virtual assistants. I have no warehouses, no forklifts, nothing like that. And last year, I did over $8 million in sales. Now, you have that type of experience behind this program. In addition to that, my assistant or my 1 employee, Aaron, before he worked with me, he worked on a $5 million Amazon account. So you have both of us with that type of experience, really breaking down the entire process in simple steps for you, the newest of new beginner, or even somebody who has been selling for a little while. So is this training $500? No. Because we are bringing to the table what no other training course brings, which is that type of experience and knowledge, okay? So again, if you think that you're a qualified applicant and you actually have some capital to invest in this business, we wanna work with you. Check out privatelabelmasters.com, fill out the survey, book a call, and we'll see if we're a good fit. Now, more on the training, I'm giving away 1 free spot in my training program at the end of this video. Stay to the end, watch it all the way through, and I'm gonna tell you the simple steps that you have to do in order to qualify for the giveaway. And then in my next video, I'm gonna announce who the giveaway winner was. All right, this giveaway is thousands and thousands of dollars in value. If you wanna get access, make sure to follow the steps, watch the video all the way to the end, and we'd love to have you in our program. Okay, so back to Keepa. Keepa is charging us now monthly. I can't believe it. What? We're so spoiled. So my first question was, are there any alternatives to Keepa? And one that people have been talking about is Helium 10's Chrome extension, which I might add is free. But when you do a side-by-side of Helium 10's Chrome extension compared to Keepa's, there are a few things missing in the Helium 10 Chrome extension. For example, it does not show past review history and review count. And for myself and my business, that is huge. It also doesn't show lightning deal history. And again, that is a huge tell on a product when it comes to the BSR. For example, if you saw the BSR dip, and then stay low for a while, you might think, wow, this thing just it just took off. Maybe people are getting really excited about this. Whereas realistically, maybe it was just a lightning deal and the BSR dropped and then it's gained some momentum and it's slowly gonna go back to where it was. But you wouldn't see any of that unless you use the Keepa graph. So for my business, I'm still using Keepa. There's nothing out there like it that has all of the different features. And when you're talking about investing hundreds to thousands and potentially having a product that makes tens of thousands of dollars, product research is so crucial. And so skimping out on something that might cost you like $15 a month to have that extra information on your product, it's not worth giving up. So again, I highly recommend you sticking with the Keepa app, even though it's a couple dollars a month. And you know what? It's about time their company can charge some money because that app is amazing. It's made me a ton of money and it's gonna make you a ton of money. Now that brings me to the rest of this video. I made a 40-minute tutorial for my VIP group, right? Those are my students who are in the course. I have a private closed Facebook group for them where I do separate tutorials and things like that. I did a 40-minute tutorial on using Keepa, and I wanna show it to you guys. And in so doing, you can it'll give you some ideas on how you can read the chart, and also two, you can see a little bit more of my teaching style. That way, when you're looking around saying, you know what, who do I want to teach me how to get from A to Z in this whole private label business? You wanna find somebody who you resonate with, but also who teaches in a way that you feel you can get the most amount of information in a short period of time, okay? And that you can see by this video. Before we go into the Keepa video though, I want you to think of product research similar to picking a winning stock on the stock market. There's two types of analyzing a stock on the stock market. The first is fundamental analysis. Now the fundamental analysis is like really looking into the core of the company, its financials, you know, any big news, anything they're working on, right? If you go to Yahoo News, that's where you kind of find out like the fundamental aspect of a stock. Now, there's another way that you can also analyze a stock, and that's called technical analysis. And technical analysis is really just sticking and focusing on the chart, right? The chart of the stock, seeing what it's doing, seeing what its different moving day averages, seeing if they have different patterns, if there's a golden cross coming up, if it's a head and shoulders, if it's a Fibonacci retrace. There's all sorts of different terms for checking out just the chart. But the best traders on the stock market look at both fundamental analysis of a stock and also the technical analysis of the stock. And then they make an informed decision when putting both of those pieces of information together. View the Keepa chart like technical analysis. You're just purely looking at the technical chart of this product. And you can learn a lot from that Keepa chart, as I'm gonna show you. I break down 7 different products, what I see from the Keepa chart, and if I would go after them and why. All right, so get your notepads ready. Get ready to learn a bit about Keepa. And also, I use a term a few times in this video, and that's USP. And that stands for a unique selling point. And whenever you launch a product on Amazon, you wanna have a unique selling point, which means you wanna bring more value in some way to the marketplace for the existing product, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's jump on the computer and check it out. All right, in this video, we're gonna talk a little product research and primarily using the Keepa chart. Now, Keepa, if you've gone through the product research section, it's a lifesaver, this tool. It gives you so much details on the product, and we're gonna go over a couple of those features. Now, I do touch on this quite a bit in the product research section of the course. Perhaps you'll find some other tip or something as you just see me go over it real quick. And if you're new to private label, then pay close attention, because really getting familiar with how to use the Keepa chart is going to be huge for your business. All right, so I picked out 7 products real quick here to go through, and let's check it out. So Here we have this plush swaddle blankets baby shower gif brown. Looks like a cute little outfit you put on your little guy, little girl. 2 colors. According to Jungle Scout, it's doing 15 sales a day, 6,500 revenue, not bad. So what I'm looking at here, what do I see right now? Okay, so the green, remember, is sales rank. The blue is the price, all right? And I always want to turn on review count. So let's start by looking at just the 3 month. We're looking, that's what the default is, 3 months. So when I'm looking here, I'm first seeing here the product's only been live for 160 days, so it's not brand new, but it's not, you know, super old. It's over 6 months old. Well, not quite 6 months, but quite a couple months old. And we can see here that within, what is this, November 17th. So if I scroll here, notice at the very bottom, it'll show the date. November 17th all the way through February 14th. So what's that? 3 months. They went from 5 reviews to 25 reviews. So we got 20 reviews in 3 months. That's not too many. That's less than 7 reviews a month, okay? And if they're doing approximately 15 sales per day or more, or they've sold 387 in just the last month, they should be getting a lot more reviews than that. So I like to look at, that's one thing real quick, is how fast are they getting reviews, okay? In other words, how fast can I catch these guys? Or do they have a good email sequence set up or whatever? These guys clearly do not, because they had all the holiday shopping and everything, and they only got 20 reviews in 3 months out of probably close to 900 plus sales. Now the next thing I'm looking at is the sales rank. So the sales rank looks like the worst it ever got is right around 6,000, just dips up there, and then it gets down to even 2,000 sales rank sometimes. And right now it's at about, what is that, 3,300? Now one thing I want to draw your attention to is you see this product has 2 different variations. And so this BSR number is combining both of these 2 sales, okay? Both of them, not just one. Because if you look here, it's going to say 3,300. I click here, and it's probably going to say the same, right? 3,300 is the last date, yeah. So let's go back here, okay? We'll touch on that a little bit later, how you can kind of decipher perhaps which of the 2 is selling more, okay? So after I've taken a look at the 3 month period, I see that, you know, before November it was down to $15.99, and then it's $16.99, and he stayed steady. He's not moving his price much. If I were to come compete with this product, I know that if this was the main listing that I'm competing with, that who knows? It's pretty safe to say he's not going to be raising it much higher than this, and he might lower it. Okay. Now, if I'm looking at this product, I'm saying, like, what kind of USP? I know we're talking about the Keepa chart, but I'm saying what kind of USP? Hey, maybe those little grippies on the feet. Then again, it's for a little baby. Maybe a little more detail on the bear. Just some ideas. Okay. Now we want to go all. We want to see the lifetime of this product, 160 days, and we can get a better picture. Okay. So we can see here, November 1st is when it got its first review. So it's been months to get this 25 reviews, and this thing looks like it came to market September-ish, then it finally got a sale, and then it got another sale, October, then it didn't get a sale for a while, then it got sales, and then it just started to be, it's like it caught on. And we can see since October, it has been a consistent, steady seller for months now. And when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking this thing is going to be a consistent, steady seller for quite a while. And once he gets up more reviews, he's going to take more of the market. Now, I haven't looked at if there's others on the market. Looks like there's a couple other styles, but again, low reviews. So none of these guys look like they're too far out, or the 2 that I've just looked at. And I can see here $16.99 is where he started at. He dropped it a little bit, $15.99. Maybe he's trying to get some traction. Then he's back to $16.99, and he's just kept it there. Okay, so this shows a consistent price. Once he launched and finally got ranked, the sales have been consistent. So these are all good signs. It's 160 days old, which is enough time for you to see like, okay, was this just holiday season when it started to cook and really do well? Or did it stay consistent after? And it has stayed consistent. So that is what I like to see or looked at on this product, okay? Remember, we looked at consistency of the BSR, what's the BSR trend, pricing, consistency, have they done anything rapid, any big adjustments? They have not. And then how fast have they been getting reviews? Really slow. I could get 25 reviews in under 2 months easily and then pass these guys up real quick, add a quick USP to this thing, keep it moving, all right? Let's look at our next one. What is this? Looks like a baby gate, okay? And we see, it looks like some of these pictures might be real. Okay, so let's look here. This to me looks like a Chinese seller. The only reason I say that is because they usually have crazy bullets like that. Safe for baby, auto close, wall protection. Yeah, so the English does not look very good on here. So most likely it's a Chinese seller, but potentially not. Cumbor is the brand name. Anyway, so I'm looking here. Okay, we're starting off 3 months again. Let's see how many reviews this guy started at the beginning of the 3 months. November 17th, he had 48 reviews, and they're already up to 165. So over 100 reviews in 3 months. Now, that may seem like a lot, but look at Jungle Scout. Selling 62 a day. 2,200 a month. That's a lot. That's over 6,000 or 7,000 sales probably in that 3 month period to get 100 reviews. So even that seems a little low. Now, we noticed something else on this one. These red dots. What are these red dots? These are lightning deals, okay? And lightning deal means it's getting on the front page of Amazon for a little bit for a 6-hour window at a discounted price. So we see the BSR kind of goes up here, then he has a lightning deal, boom, it drops his BSR. Goes up higher again, boom, lightning deal. That's really going to help contribute to a lot of his sales, are these. Now, I like to look at what the lightning deal price is, okay? Because when you lower your regular price and people start purchasing, it lowers the max lightning deal price you can have. Because typically it's around 15 to 20% below what your regular price is. And if you drop it really low, it could drop too. Okay, so he only dropped it $5 here. We see the lightning deal price didn't change, but if he dropped it much more than that, you would see a much lower lightning deal price. Like if I came on here and I saw the lightning deal price at like 20, that means at some point in time recently he probably lowered the price. So, but again, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the BSR. We notice, unlike most products, during this holiday period, it actually had a higher BSR. And then after holiday period, the BSR seems to be lowering, trending down. So let me do this real quick. So if I'm looking at this, right, I'm seeing during winter, it went up. After Christmas, it's starting to trend down. And this looks like the high point that it ever got to. And that's probably like around 1,300 BSR, which is still a really good BSR, okay? Now remember, all the red darts are lightning deals. And this black line, these are used items. You don't even have to worry about that. So this guy does a lot of lightning deals. That's helping him get a lot of inventory. We also know that from this date to this date, about 100 reviews. If you watch Alex Becker, he writes kind of like this, okay? So that's the 3 month, okay? So that's given us a decent idea. Let's now look at the full year, or the lifetime, 217 days. All right, so this shows a little more of the picture. We see he only started going crazy with the lightning deals November 9th. And then it looks like he was doing this November 15th, November 22nd. Every 7 to 10 days, lightning deal, lightning deal, lightning deal. And it looks like after the 31st, he's kind of let up on the lightning deals. We can also see his reviews really You know, this holiday season, even though we said 100 isn't that many reviews, it really blew up its product reviews during this period of time. Now, again, I'm looking at the pricing history on it, and again, this guy keeps it pretty steady. You know, it looks like he may have had a launch price around 49, 52, started getting some traction. He raised it right up to 59. We see it jumped right here, but we see a little gap here. Now, you can zoom in on these by highlighting it. See a gap here? That's probably where he ran out of stock. And then the BSR jumped, came back in stock, started going again. Now, you'll see these random blips like that, 44. Now, a lot of times, this is like a hijacker who will come on and have one really low for like $44.99, sell the one, and then it goes back to his regular listing, okay? Let's go back to our all view page. And we see here also this yellow line. What is the yellow line? That is Amazon, right? Amazon sold this at some point in time. Now, I don't really like to compete against listings that are strictly Amazon. So it's nice to see that Amazon only sold on this listing for, what is this, September 17th? Through September 24th, so about a week, and then they were gone. So let's take our snapshot again. What am I looking at? This is kind of like charting stocks. We see here that once it got traction, right, it started at a low price. Once it started getting traction right down here, he moved his price up, okay? Then his price has stayed relatively consistent between these two prices, okay? And that's probably like 59 and maybe like $5 less, okay? And then he jumps up and down here, and then he's kept it consistent for a while. Now we see another thing is Amazon only sold it for a short period of time. And then another thing we see here is that the BSR, it has stayed steady, and it has continually stayed dropping low. And it looks like right around November to now is when he really shot up in reviews. But again, when we look at how many sales this guy was getting, 62 sales a day. Look at that, 136 revenue. Woo! You need a lot of money to keep this product in stock, and so what does this tell me? It tells me this item is really cooking. Okay, this item is doing tons of revenue. It's most likely a Chinese seller just by how these bullets are laid out. The price is staying consistent. The BSR is staying consistent. It's even dropping. And when we zoomed in, it looked like the BSR even got better after Christmas. Okay, that shows this product's probably going to be a good year-round seller. They're doing a lot of lightning deals during this time. They probably had a ton of inventory they had during Q4, and they were just busting out. Now it's after Q4. Maybe they're preserving some of the inventory. And it looks like their reviews kind of slowed down a little bit here. February 8th through February 13th, they only got 2 reviews. So 5 days, 2 reviews. All right, so that's my idea on this. When I look here, if I were to look for a USP, just briefly glancing over this thing, let's see here. I'm not sure. It looks like that bottom piece adds some sturdiness to it. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I'd have to see the material. I'd have to see the weight. I would have to see how wide it can go for what type of things. I would have to see like how tall is this. This woman looks really tall. So, you know, would it be better if it's taller, shorter? Look at some of the reviews. It has pretty good reviews. Let's move on to the next one. This video might be a while, but you guys probably like that. Okay, so let's look at the next one. This one is Perfect Pets Pet Carrier. Let's check out Jungle Scout on this guy. He's doing 10 sales a day, 275 sales a month, 12,000 revenue, 84 reviews. Okay, 4 stars. And we're looking at this. It looks like a interesting little pack. I really like this infographic. Shows all highlights of it. I love it when they do this. And it folds up nice. Cool. I would like to see a pet inside of it, though. All right, so we're at the 3-month mark. What's jumping out of me? The price. Price is kind of all over the place. 36 up to 44, all up to 64 to 79 to 39. And the reviews, we see here the 16th right? Through the 14th, they had starting with 60 reviews, they got up to 84. That's 24 reviews in 3 months. 24 reviews in 3 months with 275 sales. It's okay, but they have flatlined on reviews. January 23rd through February 13th. What is that, almost 20 days? 1 review, all right? So these guys aren't getting reviews that fast. Another thing I'm looking at here, it's 459 days old, okay? 84 reviews for over a year-old listing is not very many reviews. That is within reach. Now, when I'm looking at this pricing, okay, let's zoom in here a little bit. Pricing is all over the place. What I assume here is they went out of stock here, $40.95, or maybe had one left. Someone jumped on the listing up here. That's why you see the BSR jumping like this, is because it looks like there's 1 or 2 maybe on this listing, because they usually sell at 39. Someone's trying to sell it for 65. No one's really wanting to bite on it. Price is going up and down, 35, 65. If he's at 39, perhaps 65, and then maybe he had a return come back in stock, because it looks like this looks like the regular price he's selling it. Okay, this is the regular guy. 42, then 37, then 44, then 41. Looks like he ranges from 39 to 44, and then he went out of stock 38.95. All right, so then someone probably jumped on his listing up here, 87, and then that's one person is just trying to get someone to bite, and you can tell by the BSR here that no one's biting. Let me get my little graphing thing again. Okay, so this is his regular price, okay? He goes out of stock. He goes out of stock here. Then the price goes up here, and that's probably because this is a hijacker, right? Well, the hijacker is not getting any sales. We know that because the BSR is going up. The green line is BSR. And so this hijacker keeps lowering his price, lowering his price, lowering his price. Then we see it drop randomly here. Now, a lot of times we can see his last price here. If we go here, his last price here was 38. Notice when these ones drop down, 37 drops down to 37. A lot of times these are returns that come in and go for sale again, and then they'll get sold out really quick, and then it bumps back up to this hijacker's price at 65. But we can tell when it's a hijacker, he's still at 64.88. No one's biting because they know this thing usually sells for a lot cheaper, 39. So that's why this BSR keeps going up. Okay. Well, guess what? It drops. Why? Because this guy came back in stock here. And then I don't know what happened here. Either he raised his price or he went out of stock again. He probably went out of stock again right here, and then it still had this hijacker who is still alive here. And then he came back in stock, bam, and that's when the BSR drops and then stays steady, okay? Now again, what did I point out? I pointed out that his reviews have done nothing in like 20 days. That's a good sign. That's a good sign because I know every 20 days I'm getting reviews, okay? Unless I'm selling a piece of paper where people don't care about it. If it's something like this, I'm definitely getting reviews. So now let's look at the distance chart, 459. So what do we see here? We can see a few things. All this high BSR up here. Let's zoom in here. What do we see? He went out of stock. This gap in the blue line is him going out of stock, okay? So that makes sense why it jumped. We have year, then we have all, okay? Now what else we see here? I'm noticing some trends, okay? His price stays the same like this whole time. Notice the same price. Consistent. It's done some weird stuff, but now it looks like he's kind of staying consistent a little higher. But what are the trends? We see here holiday time. BSR totally drops, okay? Good time to sell. We also see he did a launch here probably, dropped, then it stayed pretty consistent, and during this time it dropped a little bit. Not sure. Summer, not quite summer actually. Then it dropped, so it looks like it stays consistent. Bam, stays consistent like almost throughout the year, and then it drops here, and then it's dropping here again. So when I'm looking at this thing, I'm saying this guy does not go crazy with this price. This is like his lowest price he's ever done. Probably $37.95 or so from what we saw. Some squirrely things over here with the hijacker going in out of stock. Then he's playing with the price. Then he's kept it in stock a little higher. His rate of review, 459 days for 80 reviews. 80 seems like quite a few reviews, but for this amount of time, it is not very good. Okay, I can catch this guy. I see these flat lines. Okay, see these flat lines? These are time periods no one's leaving reviews. And your product should never look like that. Okay, so I like that. I like everything about this. Okay, now there's probably tons of different styles. You'd have to really become the expert at pet carriers. But I'd like to see a pet like this guy. See this guy? He's in there. It might draw attention to your product a little more. Little lifestyle images. He's got some nice white backgrounds, but he can improve there. 4 stars. There's some improvement to be had. Clearly the design, probably the look of it, people really like. So if you can figure out, what are the things that people don't like about it and fix those things, but keep the overall look of it and color and designs, add some better lifestyle picks and some better bullets. I don't like these star things. I feel like it reads weird. And what's his description look like? Oh, he's got EBC. Still, it's weak EBC. Same pictures as in his listing. I could catch this guy. All right, that's what I'm saying to myself. Next one, we're looking at this one, 30 count decorations. Jumping out at me first, low price point, but it's okay. Low price points are okay. And just 3 pictures, all photoshopped. What does Jungle Scout say here? 13 daily sales, 280 a month, 3,600. So if you're looking for a product that, you don't have tons of funds, well, hey, here you go. This one doesn't require sea shipment. It's air shipped, super small, compact. Stuff these things together, shoot them out here. And we look here, nothing jumping out of me of these listings. The listing. Let's look down at the Keepa chart now. So what do we have here? 346 lifetime, right? A total of 9 reviews. Okay, this thing has been on the market almost a year and has 9 reviews. And what do we say it was doing recently? 281 sales. You got to be kidding me, right? Flatline, no reviews. Flatline, no reviews. Flatline, no reviews. What do we see in BSR? Let's get our handy dandy snapshot. Bam. Winter. Jumping in BSR. Doesn't sell it great. After winter, we see here it cruising down. Maybe people are having more parties where they need this kind of decoration. And it's probably going to stay consistent like this for the long haul throughout the year. If this thing is doing that many sales with only 9 reviews with 3 pictures, I could catch this guy in a week and put him out of business. That's what I'm saying. Okay, flatline, flatline, flatline. Now, what else do I want to look at? Let's look at the lifetime of it. What do we got here? Look at these. This is BSR. I'm tracking it. 42, 27,000, 12,000, 20,000. What was the BSR here in comparison? 15,000, 10,000. So the BSR is a little better here than it is throughout this time. But still, 15,000, 20,000, 10,000, that's not a bad rank. It's not going to make you rich, but when we're talking about singles, this is what I'm talking about. A simple product, easy to make better. Just add some better features in here. Make a way better listing. It's got 9 reviews. The price, $12.99. It never changes, ever. This is a set it and forget it listing. BSR jumped here. Why? We zoom in here. It went out of stock. Okay? It went out of stock. BSR, right when it came back in, starts selling again. This is one of these products that's probably not on anyone's radar. But right when it came to market, it just started selling. 36, 30, 40,000 BSR. That's not terrible. 9,000. That was probably his time that he tested the product. He only brought in a few, March 5th through the end of April. So looks like he had about 2 months worth selling at a decent BSR. Went out of stock. This is when he's reloading. Came back in. Never went out of stock again. And What did I say? 13 sales a day. Let's say he's making $2 on this. $26 a day. Okay? And he's been in stock since August, July. Oh, let's say August. So August, September, October, November, December, January. So let's go 6 months. We're doing 6 months times 30 days. Let's do times $15 profit a day. I made $2,700. All right. $2,700. Not bad, okay? You got a few of those. Did I do my math right? He's making $27 a day. Yeah, $27 a day. Six months, 6 times 30, 180 days times 27. My bad. Oh, I did a higher number, 27. But yeah, so math wasn't that bad. But so this is like a product you get your feet wet. Hey, who couldn't use an extra $2,700 in the last 5 months? Okay, string together some singles. Look at this guy's his shop. This dude's selling millions of items, 190,000. Who knows? Maybe he has some other ones in there that he's just not even paying attention to. All right, let's look at the next one. Premium 12-inch elevated dog food pet thing. All right, oversized product. Look at that Photoshop. It bothers me. It bothers me, these Photoshops. All right, we want the real deal. Look, it looks huge in this one, huge in this picture, and then next to this counter, it's so small. Right? So I look at all these types of things. This listing is the picture is so small you can't even zoom on it. You're like, imagine you're a buyer. You're like, is this leg like coming in? Like, is it bent? What's going on here? How big really is this thing? And then here it's huge. Anyways, we're looking at the Keepa chart. 4 stars, 219 reviews. Look at the Keepa chart. All right, so this thing's 553 days old. 179 reviews to 217. 40 reviews, let's say. 3 months. 333 sales. Let's say about 1,000 sales. 1,000 sales, he got, 40 reviews. Not that great. Now let's look at his price. 49 jumps to 78. 49, 53. Safe to say 49 is like his bottom line, then he plays with it. We can see here. We can see here once he raised the price here, he wasn't selling anything. That's why his BSR went up. Once he lowered the price back down here, we see his BSR drops again. And then since he kept it consistent, his price here, the BSR also stayed consistent. Stays under 10,000, above 5,000. Reviews, still I don't like seeing these flat lines. I want to see like a consistent, gradual increase. He doesn't run any lightning deals. Amazon's never sold on this listing that we can see. Nothing too crazy, okay? Let's look at the all. Actually, let's go for a year first. Again, this is clear, but check this out. We see something new here. This is what I like to see. Raise price, out of stock, raise price, out of stock. What do we see? Skyrocket BSR, skyrocket BSR, skyrocket, skyrocket, skyrocket. If he never raised his price, if he never ran out of stock, it is safe to say his BSR would not have changed. It would have stayed here the whole time, okay? That's good. That's good for us to see. It gives us an idea this guy doesn't do anything crazy with his price. When he's in stock, it sells. Now, what do we see here? What is this? This means a bunch of his reviews were removed. Let's see how many. He was up to 1,000 reviews. Bam! Down to 138 reviews. Why do I like this? Because at 1,000 reviews, I would never want to compete with this guy. 100 to 200 reviews, I can catch that guy. That's what I tell myself. His listing is terrible. All right, I'd have to look at a better USB or whatever, but I can make this look big brand. This looks like Fiverr, no bueno. Get some real dogs in there so you can get an idea. Get some average dog heights. The most popular dogs have a picture of golden retriever next to it, a boxer, a lab, you name it, a pug. It's like, hey, this is not good for a pug. Maybe if a pug wants to live under there. All right, what do we else see here? That's kind of all that jumps out to me. Now let's look at the all. Same thing, he's ran one lightning deal. This thing sells steady year round. $49. Not bad. That's what I'm seeing here. 219 reviews, 4 stars. That means there's work to be done. Consistent seller. Terrible listing. Sells a lot. How much does it sell? 313 a month. I'm safe to say he's making a decent amount on this one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ooh, I like this main image. This main image is a 3D rendering. I like how he's filled out the whole space of it. The layout of it makes it look really 3D, like it's coming out at you. The bullets don't look great. And what do we got here? Ooh, there's a little bit of lifestyle. Okay, decent. These two main images are really nice in comparison to the rest of these. I can't tell if this is Photoshop though. Might be real. Okay, so let's look at the Keepa chart. We got 3 months. It's called Jungle Scout. Now, I'm using Jungle Scout here. I just don't have a Viral Launch installed on this computer that I'm on. So this guy's doing 5 sales a day, 285 a month. Let's say 700. Let's say around 700 every 3 months. 5 sales a day, 10 grand. 26 reviews. He's got 26 reviews, and he's been live for 476 days. Seriously, 26 reviews? I'd catch this guy too. Put him out of business. See some lightning deals? He does a little more things with his price. He's been testing it, you can see. Once holiday season started, November, he gradually started raising it, right? Then after Christmas, product's not cooking as much. So this product does well during Christmas. It just... Let's get out our... November 19th, what's this guy doing? Selling a lot. And what's he doing at this price? Gradually increasing it. And people are still buying it. I love seeing products like that. Sales going up, price going up. All the way up here. This must mean he probably was running low on stock or something. Because he just like, you know what? I'm going to get as much money as I can before the 25th. And you can see it's reflected. The BSR started to go up. Now... We're wondering to ourselves, okay, well, what's it going to do after here? We see it going up. Should I get in this product? That's why we got to look at the year. Okay? We look at the year. So now, even though it says 476 days, this thing may have been listed way back here, but it really is only been live since March. Okay? So let's just look here. And while we're looking here, we can see... He started kind of high. But once he started lowering it, his BSR started getting better. Something crazy happened here. I'm not sure what. From October 4th through October 13th. Maybe he had a hijacker, but he definitely dropped the price there. Now, sometimes you will see a price lower like that, but that doesn't always mean that that's what his selling price was. Because here's how Keepa works. If you... here. If you've been selling your FBA pricing here, right? Boom. Keepa keeps track of the lowest price. Getting my Alex Becker on. Keepa tracks of the lowest price. So you could have still been in stock here and kept there, but if someone just randomly jumped on here, FBM, it's going to just track that, boop, and come back up. Then he's gone. Maybe he was sitting there for a little while. FBM, nobody wanted to buy it. He may not even have had the buy box, but he was there. You're still here, still selling. That's why there's no real change here. Then that one guy sells out of his 1 or 2 that he had. Maybe he got off these lightning deals. Who knows? And then next thing you know, it's back up to a regular price. We see here, though, once holiday season started, he raised it, and then he's kept it up here. So we're safe to say this pricing between September and October is the lowest he's been since March of last year. So what is that, $25.99? He's up to $32. So $7 difference. So if I was looking to get into this product, I'd remember, like, I'd look at my worst case scenario, and in that is worst case scenario, this guy will drop to $25.99 and not care at all. So if I had to drop $25.99, would I still be safe? That is some of the things I'd be looking at. I'd want my margins to be, if I'm at $25.99, that I'd still be making money, because this guy was willing to sell at that price for quite a while during summer. So it looks like, yes, the BSR was growing a bit, but I really think that this thing will sell decent year-round. Now, here's another thing I want to show you. You see this, 34, and then see how it dropped here? Look at the BSR numbers. This is where he did his launch. 47,000, 21,000, 10,000, 5,000. Right, so he must have done a few giveaways or something, and then he let off, and then it started coming back up again, and then he started getting some traction. All right, started getting some traction, especially once he got down to this price range, 29 and under. And then holiday time, he's been playing with it. But still, from here to here, and only having 26 reviews, I'd catch that guy, and I'd put him out of business. USP, woo, I definitely would have to have a nice picture like this. I like his color scheme. Gray and yellow kind of reminds me of the private label Masters colors, black and yellow. Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, and some better lifestyle. Not bad though, but who knows? I would look to see, have there been any new tools that came out since this thing has been that's really making some waves in the gardening market, and maybe add that to it and see what we could do there. Okay, let's go into our last one. What is this thing? A vertical wall planter. What am I noticing? First thing, 4.5 stars. Not that great. Low price point. That's a lifestyle picture. I like this one. Gives an idea. Buyer show. Okay, that's telling me this might be a Chinese seller. Miao, because nobody says buyer show. Bullets, nothing spectacular looking at. 583 days on the market, 64 reviews. Again, that's not a lot. What do we see here? Again, holiday time, this thing started to cook. He went from $10.99 to $12.99, and it still stayed cooking. Afterward, though, BSR has kind of gone up a bit, but it still stayed with under 7,000 BSR. And it's actually started to drop again after he lowers price a bit. What's it done for the year? Well, we see this thing. Let's zoom in here. So as the year goes on, BSR goes up, but look at these flat lines. 53 reviews, 54, 56. So check this out. August 22nd, all the way to November. August, September, October. 3 months, they got 4 reviews. Okay? That's not very good, but that's good for us. And what else do we see here? Whenever this guy raises his price, even though it's not that much, the BSR goes up, lowers the price, it gets better. Looks like you get a hijacker here jumping on for $7.99. Just briefly. Then $10.99, and then it stays steady. So when I'm looking at this thing, maybe I'd sell it in a 2-pack or a 3-pack. Right, there's a 1-pack. Yeah, 2-pack, 3-pack. I'd look at the reviews, see what's wrong with it, see if I could fix that. Then maybe you could get a little bit higher price point. Or perhaps you can bundle it with one of these guys. And let's look at the all. Again, it was doing not too great, but once it hit this, it looks like Q4 of 2017 maybe is what got this thing its lift off. It wasn't doing much. Then here, once it passed Q4 here, it looks like after that it was off to the races. So I hope that gave you guys a little bit more direction and kind of what I look at real quick when I look at these Keepa charts. I'm probably going to put this in the course because I go over Keepa slowly in the course, but these are just 7 items that I just found this evening real quick. This will probably be the one that would be harder to go after when I look at these things. And a couple of them have a little bit lower price points. But for me, every single one of these would be doable. I would go after all of them. I'd find out how to make it better, and then I would attack all these guys, and I would win. Okay, does that mean you guys should go out after these products? No. But overall, my objective was to show you guys how to use the Keepa chart even better so that you can make better business decisions when picking products. All right, see you guys later. All right, so that was Keepa. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I know it was a little bit long, but even if you've been using Keepa for some time, I hope there was at least something in there that you learned. Now I put a link to the Keepa Chrome extension in the description if you want to click on that and install it on your browser. It works for all sorts of different browsers, Firefox, Chrome, you know it, you name it, it works for it, okay? Now in regards to the course training giveaway, again, this is thousands of dollars in value. All you have to do is a couple simple steps. You have to subscribe to the channel. You have to hit the notification bell. You have to hit the thumbs up button, and then you have to leave a comment. And in that comment, I want you to write Keepa and then a little bit about yourself, okay? I'm gonna go through there, I'm gonna pick a winner, and in the next video, I'll tell you who won the free course giveaway. And guess what? We might have a course giveaway every single video, depending on how successful this goes, okay? So get your name in there, make sure to complete those couple simple steps. And again, if you feel like you might be a good fit for the Private Label Masters training program and you actually have some capital to invest, check out www.privatelabelmasters.com, watch the video, fill out the survey, and if you're a good fit, hopefully we can link up. All right, see you guys in the next one.